Hey, I wanted to jump in here real quick. As of today, we are at over 100 subscribers, and I am just really excited about that. So I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed. I know this is kind of a different way of doing things, and there are hundreds of comic book channels. Every person with a camera is showing off their comics. So I really appreciate all of my subscribers and all of my viewers and those of you that have just come into view. So thank you so much. Um, I have actually, I'm way ahead on recording. I just figure nobody wants to watch, these every day. So I'm up to like 100 and something on recordings. So we're going to make it all the way to 180, which will be the last box of standard comics. We're going to do a box of digests, which is over there somewhere. We're going to do tabloids and some knickknacks and things like that. And then I'll probably kind of clean up boxes, up the first few boxes because I was still figuring out what I was doing back then. So, and there may be some new stuff because, for example, that first box has absolute stuff in it, and I will have bought quite a few absolute Batman, absolute Superman, that kind of thing by the time we get all the way to the end. So, thank you so much for being here. And hey, let's get going with the comics. Hi, I'm Glenn Simpson, and I've collected comics for over 40 years, and I'm showing off my collection one box at a time. Today we're looking at box number 60. We're getting into the Fantastic Four. We will basically start around the mid to late 70s and make our way somewhere around the 90s. So I hope you will enjoy this, and please like and comment and subscribe, and let me know if there's anything inside any of the packs that you'd like for me to open up and show all of. But here we go. Let's roll with box number 60. All right, here we go. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know I don't go too far back on these classic series, but I usually start mostly around the mid to late 70s. So we have Fantastic Four number 165 right here. George Perez cover, if I'm not mistaken, or he might have just done interiors on that. I think I picked this one up in an auction, and was able to do some pressing and stuff and get it looking fairly decent. But for the most part, those early or those mid 70s George Perez issues, I wound up cheating and getting the Fantastic Four Visionaries by George Perez, this trade paperback, which contains 164 through 167, 170, 176 through 178, and 184 through 186. So, but I do have a few of those, but just anything I'm missing is, this counts, man. It counts. Let's see. So the next actual book is Fantastic Four 168, where the Thing has gotten changed, cured. So they got to bring in the to bring in Luke Cage to be Power Man, to be the strong man in the Fantastic Four. 169 there, continuing that storyline. Cluster here, 171 there. through 174. Evolutionary. I think those were all the issues that George Perez took off. We've got Fantastic Four 175, High Evolutionary versus Galactus. What more could you ask for? 178. Fantastic Four versus villains, including the Brute. The Brute turns out to be a parallel universe, Reed Richards, where in that universe that was what he turned into from the cosmic rays. There's Sandman and his cooler suit. Got 179, which is sort of explaining what I was just saying. Sorry, just sort of organized. Here we go, 179. All right, 180, which I had as a kid, and what they did was, this was the story that was supposed to happen, but then the deadline hit and the story wasn't ready, and so they used the cover that was supposed to be there, but then they reprinted an older Fantastic Four issue on the inside. And as a kid, I could not figure out how that was supposed to work. And of course, this was like one of my earliest exposures to the Fantastic Four, so I was like, well, is this the Fantastic Four? I mean, I didn't understand. So, because I was like 7, so there you go. But that's issue 180. 184. Ooh, there we go. Autographed by George Perez. Right there. Got that down at a New Orleans Comic-Con one year. Also one of my earliest books. I think I got this out of a 3-pack. But I'm not, yeah. I think I might have. Yeah. There we go. There. 185. Agatha Harkness appearance. Getting into her background. Which includes the Salem 7, who here are sort of super villainy dudes, and the Agatha Harkness, it's Agatha After All show on Disney. They kind of weren't quite as flashy, but it's 186. 189. I think this is a reprint of the older story where the new Human Torch meets the old Human Torch, and then they later figure out, wait a minute, I thought we said that the old Human Torch, his body, was used for the Vision, so wait, how could Johnny Storm have met the old Human Torch? So then they decided, oh wait, that was Toro, who the sidekick of the Human Torch that this Human Torch hung out with, or fought. So there you go. Yes, representing a little bit of twist there. But at least they got a new cover. You know, they didn't confuse kids like me. Alright, come on, autofocus. 190, Jack Kirby cover, all new album issue. There. 194. Now we're getting into some George Perez again. Fighting Diablo and what was that guy's name? Oh shoot, I don't remember that. That demon something demon something. 194. Sue Storm, Submariner, who are not getting it on, but they are fighting together versus the rampaging retrievers. No matter what Reddit tells you. 197. Reed Richards doing his thing versus the Red Ghost. There, he had lost his powers for a while, and so now he's got them back. He's showing them off, man. Got a big boy book. Ooh. No, well, not a big boy book. I mean, kind of a big boy book, but not like I normally mean. 198. Right there, Dr. Doom appearance. 199. There, teaming up with the son of Dr. Doom to fight Dr. Doom and gain control of Latveria. 202. Dang. This is actually an early issue for me too. Iron Man teaming up with the Fantastic Four. And of course, I was watching them on Saturday mornings on NBC, like all good kids were, fighting Quasimodo. It was the computer system created by the Mad Thinker, taking human form. 203. There. Not looking good. Fantastic Four. 206. Right there, getting into some outer space soap opera again. 207, which has turned into a hot book lately. And I think it's because now that we have a Human Torch in the MCU, just everybody wants the Human Torch and Spider-Man to have a team up. And so everybody thinks that's going to happen. So therefore they are investing in books like this that have them both on the cover and whatnot. So that is, I believe, why that's a big boy book right now. Issue 208. Fantastic Four dealing with the Sphinx, who is a Nova villain. There. Got another book that has been kind of hot lately because it introduces HERBIE the robot, whom we saw in Fantastic Four First Steps. Of course, here he's being introduced because he is appearing in the cartoon, and he's in the cartoon because they had sold the rights to make cartoons about the Fantastic Four to somebody else, so they couldn't include him in the Fantastic Four cartoon. Not because they were scared kids were going to set themselves on fire, but because of rights issues. So that's that whole thing. So issue 209. 210. There. 211. The first appearance of Terrax the Tamer, another herald of Galactus after the Silver Surfer, and he's got all of the power. Whereas the Surfer is sort of a surfer and so therefore represents water, he is an earth elemental kind of guy, and so that's what he does, is he animates stone and that kind of thing. And there was Fire-Lord, I believe, and he was fire. And there was Airwalker, who was another herald, and he represented air. So we had, by this point now, represented all four elements in the Galactus heralds. the FF fighting Sphinx and Galactus and stuff like that. I think this might be, we've got Walt Simonson doing the art there. Issue 212. Issue 216. Come on. Right there, just your basic alien they got to deal with. Get to 217. HERBIE is betraying him. Never trusted that little guy. He always seemed kind of squirrely. That's issue 217. Issue 220. Some things are going on. I think we're in the John Byrne. Yes, we're definitely in John Byrne here. And I remember this one. There's a scene, they're flying off into space, and they pass through Canadian airspace, and Vindicator of Alpha Flight like waves at them. Okay, keep going, dudes. Good going. I'll stay here. Not gonna help. 221. They find whatever it was that they were flying off to deal with. There. 224. Got their prisoners of the space gods. I think this is where we had some Bill Sienkiewicz art on the interior back when he was just not, he didn't have his distinctive style yet. But it is Bill Sienkiewicz on 224. Stack figured out here. Fantastic Four 225. Guest starring Thor, continuing that fight with the whatever alien gods or whatever they're dealing with. There. 228. Dealing with some kind of, they're testing Franklin in one room, and somewhere this thing shows up and starts fighting with Human Torch, and they figure out there's a connection. There. $229. He's just the Seeker of Darkness. He's just a big bad guy right there. Oh, now we're deep in. Yeah, now we're all about the Byrne right here. So John Byrne team fighting Diablo, the alchemy-based villain. There. At 233, Johnny Storm has to go into action too fast to get out of his car. So he's got to burn the car off. Really, that's what happens. 237, Fantastic Four helping out some sort of weird hypnotic alien. There. 238. There. Through 242. Make sure nothing out of order. Fantastic Four fighting Terrax again. This iconic John Byrne cover right here, the whole team versus Galactus again. Always love that cover. It's like, yeah, get the Avengers involved and Doctor Strange and stuff. Why is it always just the four of you? Always dealing with Galactus. We've got Galactus. So Johnny has had a girlfriend named Frankie Raye, and she is she becomes the new herald to Galactus. She's picking up on that fire. She's another fire kind of person, like Johnny. She has similar powers, and that happens here in issue 244. Got issue 245 right there. Sue with her new haircut. There. 246. Dr. Doom making his move. Capture the FF again. Each one of them going up against a different trap with a different Doombot. This is the first appearance of Kristoff, the adopted son of Dr. Doom. There. See, I'm doing better. My notes. 248. Going and visiting the Inhumans, and looks like they're getting shrunk again. Always getting shrunk. 251. Venturing off into the negative zone, as the Fantastic Four are wont to do. Got Fantastic Four 252. We'll do it that way. So they are in the negative zone, and to represent how wonky the negative zone is, the entire issue is done this way. Or at least the parts of it that are in the negative zone are done this way. You turn it back and forth. This also is known for having the tattoos insert that is also in that Amazing Spider-Man. This is the first appearance of Hobgoblin. And so some people will, I'm not saying some people take the tattoos out of this book and put it in that book, but I actually don't know what the status of the tattoos are in this book. I keep forgetting to check that. I'll have to look at that sometime. But that's 252. Got 255 there. Reed is dead. Oh no, Reed's dead. No, actually his brain has gotten transferred to the machine, to the ship that they're in. Spoiler. This one does not have a key indicator that I could find, so I think it's just people digging on Annihilus, as I called him as a kid. Annihilus. Right there, 256. I think the Annihilation wave is coming. 257. So Nova 2. Because of course Richard Rider is the first Nova, or person to use that name, coming back to visit. Not a good sign, though, when she's the Herald of Galactus. 260. We think we might have killed Dr. Doom. Oh no! Why are we upset about this? Oh, we didn't. Oh, that's why. I remember why we're upset, because Reed and Dr. Doom were fighting when they exploded, and so if Dr. Doom exploded, then Reed exploded. But they figure out he's not exploded; he's out somewhere in space, and they have to hunt for him. Thanks, Watcher. 264. Kind of a team up of the Fantastic Four with the Mole Man and whatever's going on. Uh, 265. Wait, is that right? Next one? Yeah. 265. Actually, I was just referring to this earlier in the last video. This is the cover where. So we're post Secret Wars, the original Secret Wars, and the Thing has decided to stay behind in the world of where the Secret Wars is taking place, and so She-Hulk is joining the Fantastic Four, and of course this begins John Byrne's time drawing the She-Hulk, and which of course becomes fairly iconic as one of her best artists. So that's 265, 268. Come on. There's some weirdness going on with the Dr. Doom's mask that's stuck from a few issues ago. They put it in the trophy room, and all of a sudden it starts just flying around on its own. That's 268. 269. This is the first Terminus. Giant robot thing. Giant, like medium, fairly large alien in a giant robot suit kind of thing. Difficult to deal with. 272. Getting into some weirdness with Reed's father, who is a time traveler, Nathaniel Richards. There. Whom they find right here. 273. There. 276. Reed and Sue going up against a lady who thinks that they are satanic because they have superpowers or something like that. And there's actually two stories going, if I remember correctly. There's one story going on in the top half of the book and another story going on in the bottom half. The second one is the Thing and Human Torch, if I remember correctly. And there was some demon-y stuff going on, but it wasn't where she thought it was coming from. So we got Thing and Human Torch going up against Dire Wraith from the ROM series, and Reed and Sue going up against Mephisto. So you knew Mephisto was going to show up eventually, right? 280. Got the team going up against the Hate Monger, and I believe this is where we're about to meet Malice. Let's see. Can't see the next issue yet. Oh yeah. For all you Marvel rivals, Malice fans, there you go. Issue 281. The first appearance of Malice, who is the Choker takes over Sue's mind and makes her bad, basically. Daredevil helps out. 284. Got She-Hulk getting into some dirty stuff there. Fantastic Four, 285. A kid sets himself on fire trying to be like the Human Torch, and so Johnny says he can't do it anymore, and the Beyonder from the Secret Wars 2 comes along and takes him on a little walk through time, and basically, I think tells him, look how happy this kid was to have you as his hero, even though it went terribly wrong. I'm not sure how that works out, if that's legit, but anyway, he realizes that he should still continue to be the Human Torch. 288, a little more serious battle with dealing with the Beyonder as part of Secret Wars 2. Dr. Doom, once again, trying to steal the Beyonder's powers, and the Fantastic Four getting in the middle of that. 289, appearance by somebody who, it isn't you, whoever it is, see, not you, but whoever it is, I don't remember, but there you go. 292, FF travel back in time with Nick Fury, and kind of accidentally or whatever, you know, and then he's like, oh wait, when are we? Oh, okay, excuse me. And then he goes to try to kill Hitler, as you do. And we reach the end of, with Hitler, we reach the end of John Byrne's time. Got some Jerry Ordway and some things like that coming on. This is number 293. This was actually kind of a crossover with Avengers. This big black ball of was expanding through New York, and you saw this happening in Avengers and happening in Fantastic Four. 296. We've got the Thing right here coming back. I thought he was already back from the. I think he took some time off. He came back from the Secret Wars world, but then he retired, as it were, and then so now he's coming back to New York. 25th anniversary border cover. Barry Windsor Smith, I believe, doing the cover here. And we get into the Sal Buscema period. Opinions will vary. Ben's just heartbroken. I forget about what. Oh, I think he lost his girlfriend. I think that's what it was. He came back, and then he met a girl, and that makes your life all better, as we all know. But then they broke up or whatever. And so 297, I think Reed and Sue have gone off to pay more attention to Franklin for a change. And so here we go. 300. And all this time, Johnny has been dating Alicia Masters. And it's like, then Thing comes back, and he's like, what? You're dating my ex-girlfriend? And he's like, well, you were gone, and she, whatever. And so this is the completely normal-sized issue 300, where Johnny and Alicia get married, and the Thing looks really happy about it. 301. Well, Franklin getting kidnapped by the wizard. There. 304. I think this is the one where Quicksilver was mad because he didn't want his daughter to get exposed to the Terrigen mists that all Inhumans get exposed to. No, that would have been in the Thing. That would have been, yeah. I don't know what Quicksilver's just, he's a D-bag for lots of reasons. 305. Johnny and Ben not getting along. Frequently happens. 308. So, Thing, Crystal, Human Torch, new Ms. Marvel with her super strength, become the new Fantastic Four, fighting a new electronic villain, Facade. Oh, Facade. Now that I say it out loud. Okay. Anyway, that's 308. And in the process of... it's not yet. It's coming. The team continuing to fight Facade. There. Ron Friends doing the artwork. 312. So, here we go. So, somewhere in between here, they went off into space and got zapped by cosmic rays again, and the thing got thingier, and Ms. Marvel turned into a thing, and so she ain't real happy about it. But meanwhile, we have a Fall of the Mutants tie-in with X Factor showing up. there. She does not handle being thingy very well. So going into the underground, dealing with the lava men and the moloids and all those sorts of folks you run into underground in the Marvel Universe. 315, Master Pandemonium, Master of Demons, will eventually turn out to be an issue with, part of the issue with Scarlet Witch's children, but that's not referenced here at all. 316, our team finds that which is forbidden. There. 318, teaming up with Dr. Doom to go into the negative zone because there's something they got to do, and he's the only one that can help them do it, and he's willing to help them and stuff. And the reason probably he's willing to do it is because the Beyonder is out there. He wants to get some more of that awesome Beyonder power. The Molecule Man involved as well. Okay. 321, She-Hulk versus sort of She-Thing, although she's really called Ms. Marvel. And Dragon Man, I'll tell you right now, Dragon Man is who and what it is. They're kind of hashing some things out. 322, Inferno going on from the X-Men, having very little to do with this storyline, but the FF fighting Graviton, Master of Gravity, right there. See, I'm falling, I'm being drawn into the ground by gravity. 324, hey, bringing back Mantis and Kang. So two of the MCU characters here in Fantastic Four 324. There. 325. Johnny Storm getting some help from Silver Surfer. 327. Thing dethingifies in the middle of when he doesn't need to be dethingifying, which is always the way, you know. He gets cured, and then like there's some emergency, and it's like, oh no, I'm the only one that can solve this. Let me undo my cure. So there you go. Let's see, 328. Ben still dethingified, going up against the Frightful Four. It includes Dragon Man there. 330. Hey, check out this awesome Dr. Doom cover right here. Who is that? That's Rich Buckler. Senate. Cool. 331. The team going up against Ultron. His number came up in the lottery. 333. Kind of got our team going up against some evil counterparts from another world. There. We have some changes in 334. We've got Walt Simonson coming on, doing the covers, and I believe the art. And he's got the storyline going, and of course we've got Acts of Vengeance, which is the when all of the villains decide to change up and fight somebody they don't normally fight. And I believe I remember the courtroom scene where all the villains keep attacking, something like that. 334, 336. So this is sort of after the aftermath of all that. Right there. Got 337. I believe I read somewhere that this was a storyline that was originally intended for Avengers, but when he got put on Fantastic Four, he just adapted it for that. But in order to make it make sense, he needed to bring in the Iron Man and Thor. So they're hanging out. Got the time sled, Rosebud, named after the sled in Citizen Kane, and got Ben Grimm still without his thingified powers, but you know, he's still dating Ms. Marvel there. That's good of him. 337, 344, going into this crazy world where the Soviet Union runs the world, I think, if I remember correctly. There, fighting Joseph Stalin in a giant robot, something like that. And you know, if you muck around with the time stream, you might cause some problems. So you might get eaten by dinosaurs. There you go. 345, 348. Launch of the new Fantastic Four, which is the trendy heroes of the time: Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. This doesn't last very long. Arthur Adams on covers. Cool stuff. They quickly regroup with the normal Fantastic Four. Ben is back to being, I think he might be in a suit, you know, a thing suit, but they regroup right there. I love how Arthur Adams doesn't even try to, you know, give the Ghost Rider any expression, because he's like, it's a skull. What's he gonna do? He can't make his eyes bigger, squint, whatever. 349, 353. We're getting into, that is Mobius. That is the character as seen in the TVA Time Variance Authority series, and this is one of his first appearance should be in here somewhere. And we've got the Fantastic Four dealing with some timeline stuff. Continues in 354. Cross Time Express. Right there, whoops. Sorry. Cross Time Express. There. And then we get to 358. So now we are in the Paul Ryan period. Perhaps a bit more of a blander in some people's eyes period of time for the Fantastic Four. This one right here is a die cut cover, so if you were to open this up, you would open up and this is a circle and whatever. I even quit buying Fantastic Four for a while during this period, but of course wound up having to get the back issues again later. 359 there, the Devastator, and then 362 hanging out with Spider-Man, Human Torch, Wild Blood there. Tom DeFalco, I guess, writing, if I remember correctly. Dealing with Oculus the Unforgiving, as you do. 368, now we're in the Infinity War, where lots of doppelgangers of various heroes show up and they have to fight them. But of course here, Fantastic Human Torch is having to fight other people's doppelgangers. Right there. $369, the return of Malice. I think that was sort of, you know, Invisible Woman's evil doppelganger is just Malice, straight up. Right there. Got Professor Hulk. These are always, when you get these crossovers, you can kind of get a snapshot of what was going on. Strong guy. There's Thanos. 372. We are finding out, is this where we're finding out about, probably, surely we already found out about, no, maybe not, this is the, where we're finding out that, Alicia, was, the Alicia that Johnny Storm married, was, not really Alicia Masters, she was a Skrull, and, she, got all kinds of Skrull characters there showing up in that. It's 373. Oh, that's right. This they think Human Torch like burned down Empire State University or whatever, and so he's on the run. I don't think he did it. Silver Sable, Battlestar. 376. Got Sue in her belly exposed suit, but not for long. She's getting killed, or zapped. She's getting zapped by, spoilers, Psi-Lord, whom we mentioned at the end of the last video, which is really the adult Franklin Richards coming back from the future kind of thing. 376. 377. Hey, Sue. There's been a fight between Wolverine and the Thing, and Wolverine scratched the Thing's face really bad, and it kind of didn't come back right, and so he's extra fugly, so he's wearing a helmet now. And but anyway, Huntara is the protector of Franklin from the future. And so she's come back to find that adult Franklin that we just saw in the previous issue, something like that. 380. I think Doom maybe making that offer to Thing that I can fix up your face, dude. So you might be about to make a bad bargain there. 381. The team is falling apart, as the Fantastic Four is wont to do every once in a while. Hopefully they'll get better. 384. Dealing with another. Oh, this is when we find out actually who that guy is. Okay, yeah. So there were lots of dancing around what all this was. I spoiled the whole thing. It's not like you were going to read it. 385. So we've made friends with Elijah, the Laser Fist, and she has joined the team, hanging out with some Inhumans and this Star Blast crossover, Ant-Man, and we've got to go underwater to deal with some stuff. So let's go underwater. Naturally, let's take the Human Torch. 390. We've got this homage to the original story that introduced the Watcher and things, and got that look to it as our current team gets into it with Galactus. 391. Oh yeah, Reed is dead. That's what the thing is. That's or the deal is. I shouldn't say the thing. Reed's dead, so that's why there's only 3 of them. Sometimes, you know, Elijah, Laser Fist. That's why she's filling in. So yeah, Reed is dead. Where's Reed? We don't know. 391. Galactus. So we got to fight. Now we got to fight Galactus without Reed. And 394. Ooh. Got 394. Clearly, I have not mastered the autofocus. 394. Wyatt Wingfoot. Johnny's old pal. She-Hulk. She and Wyatt. 394. The Thing, who has clearly gotten over his having his face all scratched up, gets into it again with Wolverine. There. 400, a very shiny 400th issue. We've got the team teaming up with that son of Dr. Doom again. Now he's going to be the leader. So that's going to be the four. That'll be 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And maybe not. So Atlantis Rising crossover. We've got Ant-Man open out. Johnny's lost his dang mind. That kind of thing going on. The Atlantis Rising crossover. Let's see. The numbers get hard to find. 404. Got Namor showing up with his long hair. And they are investigating some weird Aztec stuff. And I don't know, can't remember what's going on with that. And that is the end of that box. So that's box number 60. Next time we'll do box number 61. Little behind the scenes thing. If you've been paying attention to my shirts, I'm kind of recording these videos a couple at a time to save up, because I need to do some pressing of books before I do videos. And so I've been shooting them faster than I've been releasing them, but we're hitting the point where now I got to do some pressing. So hopefully I've got enough saved up that I'll be able to keep doing 2 a week. But if you're the sort of person that's noticed my shirts never change, that's why. So thanks so much for being here. I hope you'll be here for box number 61, and have a great day.